Here is a recent project of mine, removing this topped Douglas fir. It had been topped maybe 20 to 30 years ago, had regrown about 9 or 10 tops as a result of that, and was a bit of a mess. In this photo you can see how the tree and the weight are towards the building, and this is the sunny side of the tree opposite where we want to pull, so there's a lot of back weight here. Having to rig out a tree like this would be a hassle because these regrown tops are not very strong and it would just be very time consuming. Fortunately, there was a lot of space to pull it over in, even though it was against the weight of the tree. So the plan was to pull it over between that apple on the left, the fence on the right, and shy of the lavender field in the distance. To ensure I had plenty of space to clear the corner of the building before pulling the tree over, I climbed it and lowered out all of the low largest limbs on that left hand side. That also removed a little bit of the weight that was bringing it towards the building. Here is the top of the tree where it had been topped in the past. That yellow line is the pull line on the original trunk, so it's still strong but providing the most leverage. My climbing system in this case is my old school double rope setup with a rope sleeve, and I used that because I was continually moving my tie-in point as I was shedding some of the limbs before pulling it over. With the parking area and the lavender field, the only anchor point to pull this tree over was a long ways away. I used this big leaf maple in the distance, and it was almost 190 feet away. So I used a static line to eliminate the variable of rope stretch. Most of the time I'm pulling trees over, I use the Mazdem rope puller, but because this tree had a lot of back weight, it was a long distance to the anchor, and it was a critical pull, I used the Wyeth-Scott more power puller. That has 6,000 pounds of pulling force in a single line configuration compared to the Mazdem's 1,500 pounds. So it was the better choice for this important pull. Here's the tree right before starting the back cut. You can see all the limbs I shed towards the house side to clear that corner. I made a high stump to shorten the tree just a little bit, and an open face to get it to hold on and then release exactly where I wanted it to.
See if we have to quickly, oh, there it goes. Ow! Wow, dude, that was perfect.
Well, what's funny is I missed it.
And there's the tree laying down, cleared the corner of the building, right between the apple and the fence. Went well. There's the stump and the hinge, and I'm just explaining the hinge and the face cut to my ground guy here. There's all the brush chipped into a nice neat pile. And there's the rest of the tree. The stump was left high because the customer wanted a table, and the remaining part of the trunk was turned into firewood.